The Voronoi fracture object can break pretty much anything that has geometry, including MoGraph clones and fracture objects. So you can fracture a fracture. Well, let's do that as it sounds fun. Let's keep it simple and create a cube. Okay, I'm going to make it slightly more classy by adding a fillet radius, but that's it. Voronoi fracture, and let's drag the cube into the Voronoi fracture. Now what I'm going to do is go to the Voronoi fracture, sources, click on the point generator, and let's put 3 here. So we have 3 fragments. What I want to do is fragment one of these 3. So how do I do that? Well, the Voronoi fracture is a MoGraph object, which means that we can make a MoGraph selection. So there you go. Get the MoGraph selection brush, and let's go and select this one. Just in case you didn't know which one it represents, you can see that it's more to the left, so it's probably this one over there. But anyway, with this MoGraph selection tag now, we will do the following. I'm going to create a Voronoi fracture and drag this Voronoi fracture into this Voronoi fracture. By default, all the fragments are going to refracture. But I'm going to select this, go to Object, and drag the selection in the MoGraph selection. So this Voronoi fracture object only fragments the fragment that is in this selection. So if I go here and select my Voronoi fracture and the tag, and let's assume I want to select another one, so I'm going to press Shift and select this one as well. Now you can see that both the pieces get refractured. Or I can go here and invert, so only this one is going to be. Just to make it a bit more visible, I'm going to add a few more points here, so I'm going to make it 200, and I'm going to invert this again. So you can see we have our original fragment, and then the other 2 pieces are getting refractured. So let me select this and increase the distance. Now you can see the 3 fragments, 1, 2, 3, and only these 2 are fragmented. To wrap up this video, I'm going to show you how to use the MoGraph Weight paintbrush, which is new in Cinema 4D Release 18, to fine-tune your fracturing. So again, let's begin with a simple cube with rounded edges, just to make it snazzy. I'm going to add a Voronoi fracture, drop this guy in here, and now what I'm going to do is the following. Go to my sources, and let's set this to 3. We have these 3 fractures. Now what I'm going to do is go to my MoGraph Weight paintbrush, and I'm going to set the value to absolute 100%, and go and paint 100% value on this little dot, which means that this fragment is going to have a value of 100. I'm going to click a few times to get this, I don't know exactly what the value is, but around 50%. And now let's do the following. Add another Voronoi fracture object, drag this in here, make sure that this is set in the point generator to create points per object. It's the only way this is going to work. Go to the Object tab and drag this into the MoGraph weight map. And let's see what happens in this case. I'm going to press A to refresh. When sometimes your fractures don't update as you expect them to, just press A on your keyboard to force a refresh. And what you will see is that we have more fractures here, fewer here, and none here. So depending on the value of the weight map, you can generate more or fewer fractures per fragment. Now you know how to use your MoGraph selections and MoGraph weights to fine-tune your fragmenting.